Good evening, Gator Nation. My name is Kerry Hauber. I'm here in Port Allegany as the Port Allegany boys JV team is ready to host the Otto-Eldred Terrors. Just under 2 minutes to go here till tip-off. I want to thank David Bartlett, our technical director, for tonight, and Connor Valentine's going to be manning the mid-court camera. We're a little short-staffed tonight. Really could use some additional help. If you're out there, you enjoy the broadcast, and want to help us out and keep this going. We were on the verge of potentially not having a broadcast tonight. That's how short-staffed we are tonight. But we're all pitching in and trying to put on a good broadcast for you. So, minute to go here. Doug Archer is going to be joining me for the varsity game. So this will be the second matchup between Port Allegany and Otto-Eldred. They played in Duke Center, and that game went into overtime for JVs, and Otto-Eldred pulled that out. So we expect this to be a pretty competitive match here tonight. And then on the varsity side of things, Otto-Eldred comes in undefeated. They are the #1 team in the league. They have a really impressive team. So it'll be a tall task for the Gators taking on the Terrors tonight. So we're just about ready here for tip-off for the Gators. Starting is Derek Smith, Alex Schott, Austin Hamilton, Julian Capel, and Braden Babcock. Gators win the tip. Austin Hamilton hit point guard for the Gators, over to Julian Capel with a quick three, and that is good. Quick start for the Gators. That's just the way they want to start. The Terrors are known for their three-point shooting prowess as well, so the Gators have to be ready for the three-point shot. So for Otto-Eldred, we have #1, Gavin Denning, number 55, Jared Obenrader, number 5, Teen Caldwell, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, I apologize, number 22, Michael Sheeler, and number 10, Mason Shenfield. So that shot is no good by the Terrors. Gators bring it up. Capel over to Schott, inside to Babcock. Back to Schott, back to Capel, inside to Babcock, a little give and go. Off the glass and no good, brought down by Caldwell. And Sheeler will bring the ball up, defended by Capel. They get it inside to Caldwell, back to Sheeler. They swing the ball over to Gavin Denning, back to Obenrader, he can shoot the three. Good defense by the Gators. They're used to playing man-to-man. Braden Babcock slaps that ball out of bounds. It'll remain Terror ball. Shenfield with the drive. Kicks it over to Sheeler. Back to Shenfield. To Denning with a shot. That is good. Nice left-handed shot there by Gavin Denning. 3-2 Gators. Austin Hamilton to Capel. Capel looks to drive. That's going to be a turnover for the Gators. Otto-Eldred looks to push. Denning with the drive. And a blocking foul on Alex Schott. That'll be the second foul on the Gators. Once they get to 5, either team gets to 5, it'll be 2 shots for the opposing team. That's a new rule this year. The three-point shot is no good by the Terrors. That was Mason Shenfield with the attempt. He can shoot the three as well. Seen many of these guys play over the years. Otto-Eldred's known for their three-point shooting ability. That you see it especially on the varsity level. So the Gators with the ball. Derek Smith with the three. That is banked in. 6-2 Gators. So Shenfield goes coast to coast. 6-4 Gators. Austin Hamilton brings it up over to Alex Schott. Shenfield with a steal. He's going the other way, dishes it off to Caldwell, no good. Austin Hamilton bringing up the floor, fast break. He's going to slow things down. Over to Derek Smith. They're going to reset here, try to get something set up. Tough pass over to Alex Schott, who fields it. Babcock looks like he's going to set a screen. Schott back to Derek Smith, who drives. Dishes it off to Babcock, back to Capel. Capel's going to drive to the hoop, back to Babcock. He was trying the bank, and that's no good. Shenfield going the other way for the Terrors. Austin Hamilton knocks it away, and the Gators come away with it. Back to Hamilton. Might see a reverse layup here. Nope. Back to Schott. To Capel. To Hamilton. 6-4 Gators. Fast-paced first quarter here. Gators swinging around, work through their offense. Derek Smith drives. Stolen by Michael Sheeler, going the other way. Dishes it off to Denning, off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Austin Hamilton, coming this way. Hamilton back to Schott. Hands it off to Babcock. Back to Hamilton, good pump fake. Nice left, off the glass and no good. So Terror ball going the other way. Denning over to Obenrader. Back to Denning. To Shenfield. Drives. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Caldwell. Back to Obenrader. That's a three. Obenrader can shoot it. The Gators are going to have to get a hand in his face. So the Terrors take the lead 7-6. Derek Smith with a three-point shot. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Caldwell. And Shenfield will bring it up for the Terrors. He might step back here. Obenrader with another three. Off the mark. Derek Smith with a rebound. Dishes it off to Capel, who will slow it down. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Good give and go action. Babcock off the rim. Gets his own rebound, back to Schott for the three. Off the rim, Babcock tracks that down. Oh. Yeah. Referees say he's out of bounds, so it's going to be Terror ball. Liam Hauver comes in, and looks like Braden Babcock's going to get a break. So the Terrors push the ball up here. Shenfield with the ball now. Dishes it off to Caldwell, who misses the shot. Hamilton pushes it off. Drives into traffic, off the rim. And Mason Reese with the ball, defended by Hamilton. Going to get a quick foul call here. That's the third foul on the Gators. So the Gators look like they're going to apply a little pressure here. Shenfield defended by Hauver. Dishes it off to Mason Reese. He can shoot the three. Have to keep a hand in his face. Denning with the ball. Back to Reese. Hauver defends Shenfield. Just under a minute to play here. So it looks like the Gators get another foul called on them. That's their fourth of the first quarter. Otto-Eldred will sub. Michael Sheeler gets a break. I'm not sure who came in for him. So Derek Smith has 2 fouls for the Gators. Braden Babcock falls on the ground and catches a rebound on his back. You don't see that very often. They push it up to Liam Hauver, who shoots, and it's off the mark. Rebounded by Mason Shenfield. I think you'll see Otto-Eldred be a little patient here with the ball, maybe get the last shot of the quarter. They have a 7-6 lead. And I spoke too soon. They're going to the hoop for the 2. Good drive there by Gavin Denning. Takes a 3-point lead for Otto-Eldred. Port Allegany has just under 10 seconds to go. Austin Hamilton drives to the hoop, misses. Rebounded by Reese. Under 5 seconds. He's going to have a 3-point shot from half court, and it hits the ceiling. So, a little hectic first quarter. I'll take a break here. We'll turn it over to the cheerleaders. Terrors with a 9-6 lead. Terrors swing the ball around. Mason Shenfield with the ball. Back to Reese, over to Obenrader. Flips it back to Reese, wasn't looking for it. Julian Capel picks it up, left-handed layup, and 1. We're going to check out that replay there. So a little miscommunication between Obenrader and Reese. Julian Capel takes it the other way. Nice left-handed layup. It's off the mark. Hauver tips it out of bounds, trying to go for the rebound. That's going to be Otto-Eldred Terror ball. So Gavin Denning's coming in for Otto-Eldred. Looks like Sheeler's going to get a break. Babcock off for the Gators. Feniger in. Looks like number 42, DJ Collins, is also in for Otto-Eldred. So good defense by Capel. Steals it from Denning. He's going to go right to the hoop. He initiates the contact. That's going to be the second foul on Otto-Eldred. Austin Hamilton's going to inbounds for the Gators. Into Capel, who goes into Feniger. Capel drives the baseline, flips it over to Feniger inside. That's no good. Rebounded by Gavin Denning. Flips it up to Reese. Over to Obenrader, who's going to shoot the 3. No good. Good rebound by Austin Hamilton. Back to Schott, who's going to drive to the hoop. And he's off the mark. Feniger's there to get the rebound. Good hustle by Brendan Feniger. Flips it over to Hauver. Back to Schott, who's going to drive the hoop again. Good dish. Nice play by Alex Schott. Flips it over to Brendan Feniger for the 2-point. And the Gators take the lead 10-9. Julian Capel is just out here pestering Gavin Denning. Coach Lance Baker's going to call a timeout and reset things. Fans are starting to trickle in here. It's a very talented Otto-Eldred varsity team. Look forward to seeing them play. So 5:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Port Allegany with a 10-9 lead. As I mentioned in the pregame, this game went, when they played down at Duke Center, this game went to overtime. Otto-Eldred won that contest. These two teams are pretty evenly matched. So Otto-Eldred inbounds. Sheeler defended by Hamilton. Into Caldwell. Back to Sheeler, defended by Hoffer. Back to Shenfield. Tries to flip it into Caldwell. Back to Sheeler. See a three-pointer here. That is no good. Tracked down. Thought Alex Schott was going to grab it, but he lets it go out of bounds. It's going to be Port Allegany ball. Brendan Feniger out. Braden Babcock back in. Alex Schott to inbound. So Julian Capel brings it up for the Gators. Over to Liam Hoffer for the three. And he banks it in. Seen a couple threes banked in. So Austin Hamilton picks up a foul there. Looks like Az Luck's going to check in for the Gators. DJ Collins goes out for the Terrors. So Otto-Eldred inbounds to Jared Obenrader, over to Shenfield, defended by Hoffer. He looks to drive. Sheeler with a three. That's off the mark. Az Luck gets tied up with Sheeler. It's going to be a jump ball. And looks like the Gators are going to have possession of the ball. Good hustle by Sheeler and Luck to battle for that ball. So Julian Capel pushes it up for the Gators. He drives to the hoop. Nice little scoop shot. 15-9 Gators. Shenfield brings it up for Otto-Eldred. Looks to drive. Off the mark, rebounded by Liam Hoffer, who's going to push up the floor, flip it over to Capel. Capel looks inside to Schott. Good defense by Obenrader. Schott in the corner, going to drive to the hoop. Off the glass, no good. Ball kicks around, ultimately ends up in the hands of Mason Shenfield, who's going to push it up for Otto-Eldred, over to Obenrader. Denning goes baseline. Gators turn it over. Capel to the hoop. Ooh, and that's going to be a travel call. Thought he was going to dish it, but just took one too many steps there. 3:29 left to play in the first half. Port Allegany up 15-9 against the visiting Otto-Eldred Terrors. Otto-Eldred inbounds to Sheeler, guarded by Luck. He's going to go all the way. And it goes off of Otto-Eldred. It's going to be Port Allegany ball. Two fouls apiece. Gators ball. Liam Hoffer drives with his left, switches over to the right. Nice little floater. 17-9 Gators. Sheeler looks to push. Over to Obenrader. Saw a three earlier from him. Back to Sheeler. Little pump fake. Back to Obenrader. And he's going to pop it. That's no good. Babcock with the rebound. I think Coach Garzel's got to be pleased with the effort. They were down by a point. They've taken the lead here, up 17-9. A couple banked three-point shots to earn the lead here by Derek Smith and Liam Hauver. All right, and we're back here in Port Allegany for the JV boys basketball game between the Port Allegany Gators and the visiting Otto-Eldred Terrors. If you're just joining us, the first matchup in Duke Center went into overtime and was won by the Otto-Eldred Terrors. These are two pretty evenly matched teams. A good battle so far here. So Gators ball. Capel over to Hauver, guarded by Sheeler. Hauver looks to drive, loses it, back to Luck. Luck drives, flips it over to Schott, defended by Obenrader. Schott with a nice bounce pass to Babcock, and that's off the mark. Hauver goes up for it. Good rebound by Braden Babcock, who gets fouled on the putback. Nice little sequence there for the Gators, had a couple opportunities. So Babcock will shoot two here. The first one's off the mark. So that's 3 fouls on Mason Shenfield by the looks of it, according to the scoreboard. So he's going to take a seat. Coach Baker's going to want to preserve him for the second half. Looks like Mason Reese comes back in for Otto-Eldred. Babcock's second shot is banked in. Hauver almost comes up with a steal there. Looks like they changed Shenfield from 3 fouls to 2 fouls. It's not showing right now, but that's looks like he's coming back in. Yeah, with only 2 fouls in the first half, you can play smart, not pick up your third, but, with 3, Coach Baker would probably want to get him out of there. So Shenfield with the ball. Back to Sheeler, over to Obenrader. Obenrader back to Sheeler. He's going to drive. That's off the mark, rebounded by Capel. 2 minutes to play, pushes it up to Schott. They're going to reset, get things started here, over to Luck. Thought about it. Nice pass into Babcock, who's going to go to work, and a left-handed layup off the backboard. 20-9 Gators. Nice little play by Braden Babcock. I know Coach Garzel is a big believer in the fundamentals, loves to see the left hand on the left-hand side, so good job by Braden. Good defense there by Alex Schott, tries to deflect it away. Shenfield with the ball, looks to drive. And he's going to go all the way. Nice little dribble drive by Mason Shenfield. Makes it 20-11 Gators. Just over a minute left to play. Capel pushes it up. Over to Luck, who looks inside. Nothing there. Going to flip it over to Schott, who's thinking about going baseline. Over to Babcock. Back to Capel. Good pump fake. Back to Babcock. Babcock's going to try it. Off the mark. Rebounded by Shenfield. And that's going to be a quick foul on Julian Capel. Capel very aggressive, but you don't want to pick up fouls that far away from the basket. Looks like Caldwell's going to come back in for Otto-Eldred. Out goes DJ Collins. Otto-Eldred ball, down 9. Denning defended by Capel. Shenfield looks to drive, back to Sheeler, who's ready to shoot. Off the mark, rebounded by Braden Babcock. And I see Coach Garzell motioning for the last shot. One more shot, 22 seconds left to play here. Gators will just stall until the last few seconds. Try to get a wide open layup. Looks like Denning's giving Capel the left hand. He's going to drive over to Hauver for the three. Tried to bank it again. Probably shot a little soon there. Sheeler with the last second shot, off the mark. Hectic little first half for the Port Allegany Gators and Otto-Eldred Terrors. We will take a break. Port Allegany in the lead, 20-11. All right, Gator Nation, this is Kerry Hoover. I'm here in Port Allegany. Halftime of the Port Allegany boys JV game as Port Allegany hosts the Otto-Eldred Terrors. Port Allegany has the lead 20-11 at the half. About a minute and a half until we kick off here for the second half. Scoring-wise, Port Allegany had a pretty balanced attack. Julian Capel with 7 points, Liam Hoover with 5, Braden Babcock with 3, Derek Smith with 3, and Brendan Feniger with 2. Pretty fast-paced first half, back and forth action. Otto-Eldred can shoot the 3, so we'll probably see some more of that. The Gators have had a couple threes here. Liam Hoover and Derek Smith both banked in 3s, so they can shoot the 3 ball as well. Pretty exciting first half. So we're getting ready to get started here. Looks like Otto-Eldred's going to have number 55, Jared Obenrader, number 10, Mason Shenfield, number 5, Team Caldwell, number 22, Michael Sheeler, and number 1, Gavin Denning. For the Gators, it'll be Austin Hamilton, Julian Capel, Derek Smith, Alex Schott, and Braden Babcock. So they inbound the ball to Sheeler, over to Denning, defended by Capel. He looks inside. Obenrader slips through, tries to dish it over to Caldwell, and it goes out of bounds. Nice look by Obenrader, trying to get it over to Caldwell, but it's just off the mark there. So Austin Hamilton will bring it up for the Gators. Looks like man-to-man for Otto-Eldred. Both teams playing man-to-man. Gators swinging around a shot, back to Hamilton. 4 guys on the perimeter. Babcock with the screen there, over to Capel for the 3, and it's off the mark. Rebounded by Caldwell. Otto-Eldred looks to push. Nice defense by Alex Schott, who deflects it to Julian Capel, who pushes it up the floor. A acrobatic left hand is no good. Otto-Eldred coming the other way. Rebounded by Caldwell. And tipped out of bounds by Julian Capel. Looked like Derek Smith wanted to make a play there, but with 2 fouls, he backed off a little bit, played smart. Preserves his fouls. Obenrader to inbounds. Looking inside. Passes it into Denning, defended by Capel. Denning goes baseline, and Capel's going to get called. It's going to be Capel's second foul. They inbound it to Shenfield with a 3. Gators are going to have to defend that. That looks like Shenfield was looking to shoot again. Shenfield drove baseline, tried to flip it over to Caldwell, and goes out of bounds. So that's twice now Otto-Eldred's gone baseline, looked to get it over to Caldwell, and just weren't able to make that pass. So Caldwell's going to take a break, and in comes number 42, DJ Collins. Gators ball. Julian Capel's going to bring the ball up for the Gators over to Austin Hamilton. Nice screen by Derek Smith. Hamilton back to Schott, thought about it, looking to drive. Defended by Obenrader, double teamed, and good job by Michael Sheeler to cause a jump ball. It's going to remain Gator ball. The next one's going to be Otto-Eldred's ball. Gators will inbound. A little back and forth zigzag action. Back to Smith. Back to Hamilton, who looks to drive. Back to Schott. Over to Smith. Thought about the 3. Drives. Back to Hamilton. And that's off the mark. Rebounded by Mason Shenfield. Otto-Eldred ball. Shenfield looks to push. Got to watch behind him. And Austin Hamilton fouls him. So it's going to be the second foul by the Gators. Just want to give a quick shout out to Julie Cayo, Karen Hoover, traveling down to Myrtle Beach, little girls trip. Appreciate you ladies tuning in. That's going to be Austin Hamilton's 3rd foul. 5:04 left to play here in Port Allegany. Obenrader with a 3. That is good. Told you earlier, the Gators are going to have to account for Obenrader, Reese, Shenfield. They've got some good three-point shooters. Shot looking to drive, going left. Back to Babcock, who's going to shoot it from the elbow. Off the mark. Good rebound by Derek Smith. Good putback by Derek Smith. 22-14. Shenfield looking to push. Stolen by Capel. He's going the other way up to Smith, who's going to go all the way for the layup, and he misses. Otto-Eldred looking to push, but Collins wasn't looking, and Braden Babcock comes up with a steal there. Gators will slow it down a little bit. 8-point lead. Over to Luck, who's going to shoot from the... So Luck with the shot from the foul line, fouls his shot, gets the rebound. Well, tries to get the rebound, commits the foul there. So that's going to be 3 fouls on the Gators in the third quarter. Once they get to 5, that's going to be an automatic 2 shots for the Terrors. For the Terrors, out goes Denning, and in comes Mason Reese. Otto-Eldred with the ball here. Mason Shenfield, top of the key, over to Obenrader. Obenrader looking inside. Long 2. Good rebound by Derek Smith. Going to push it up the floor, defended by Sheeler. And nice layup by Derek Smith. Initiates, what do they call there? Okay, so there was a block call there. The Gators were running the other way. I wasn't quite sure what was happening there. So another quick shout out to Joe Baker from Eldred. Thank you for tuning in. That's the first foul on Jared Obenrader. Derek Smith's going to shoot the and one here. And that's a 3-point play for Derek Smith. 25-14 Gators. 3:36 left to play. Otto-Eldred swings the ball around. Shenfield's going to think 3. Derek Smith with the rebound. Flips it back to Julian Capel. Derek Smith doing a good job on the boards for the Gators. Capel drives. Little jump stop from the... And just as I said, Derek Smith was doing a good job on the boards. He tried to do a little too much there and gets the over-the-back call. That's going to be his 3rd foul. Looks like the Gator varsity is going to take off here, head to the locker room, and get ready for the varsity game. I'm going to be joined here by Doug Archer, who is done with work for the day, and he's going to help me out with the varsity game. Nice drive by Michael Sheeler, little floater. That's a 2-pointer for Otto-Eldred, cuts the lead 25-16. I think the Gators took a timeout there, want to slow things down and think about things. And we'll take a break here from Port Allegany. Port Allegany. All right, we're back here in Port Allegany. Just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gator ball. Alex shot with a long 3. It's off the mark, rebounded by Michael Sheeler. Kicks it over to Gavin Denning, who pushes the ball up the floor. Over to Obenrader, wide open in the corner, and that is good. I don't know if anybody was listening, but I said Obenrader can shoot the 3, so the Gators have to get a hand in his face. Big shot by Obenrader to cut the lead to 6. Capel over to shot. Drives the hoop. Nice little baby hook. Looks like the scoreboard got a little messed up there. 8-point lead by the Gators. Over to Reese, and he'll shoot it. And he'll make the three. Otto-Eldred can shoot the three. 5-point game here. Nice little give and go. Capel to Babcock off the mark. Capel tries to throw it off Otto-Eldred. Goes right to Babcock. Luck with a three. Hover with a rebound. That's no good. So 5-point lead for the Gators. 1:30 left to play here. Denning over to Obenrader. Back to Denning. Drives the hoop. That's going to be a wide open layup for two. So it seemed like the Gators were in control. Couple good three-point shots by Otto-Eldred. Cuts the lead to three. We have a pretty good ball game here. So just over a minute left to play in the third quarter. As Luck kicks it over to Liam Hover, who thinks about driving left. Over to Babcock, back to Capel. Under a minute to play, and that's going to be a travel. Fans are starting to roll in here for the varsity game. I see a lot of blue and yellow. Hopefully some orange and black shows up. Probably about half and half right now. We'd love you tuning into the Gator Network, but if you're local, come on down and join us. If you're traveling to South Carolina, we'll give you a pass. Let you listen and watch on the Gator Network. Good ball movement by the Gators. So that's going to be a foul on Liam Hover. That's the 5th foul of the quarter. That's going to be 2 shots for Caldwell. Looks like Austin Hamilton's going to come in. That's Liam Hover's 2nd foul. Caldwell's first shot is no good. Hamilton comes in for Luck. So Caldwell's 2nd shot is up. And no good. Rebounded by Austin Hamilton. One of the smallest guys on the floor. Not the guy you'd think would come down with it, but good position for Austin. So he's got the ball, defended by Sheeler. Looking to drive. And Sheeler's going to pick up a blocking foul there. So 34.1 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Port Allegany with the lead, 27-24. Obenrader's going to get a break. Mason Reese in. Hamilton inbounds to Hover, defended by Shenfield. Hover looks to drive, and he loses it. Nice ball movement by Otto-Eldred. Back to Reese, to Sheeler in the corner, back to Reese, back to Shenfield. Looking inside, nothing there. Looks to drive, make something happen himself. Denning with a three. Off the mark. Alex Schott tracks that down for the Gators. Over to Capel, and they look to push. So Capel flips it over to Hover, back to Capel. 3 seconds left, got to shoot it. Ooh, just off the rim. 27-24 here, the end of the third quarter. Port Allegany in the lead. We'll turn it over to the cheerleaders. All right, we are live here in Port Allegany on the Gator Network. This is Kerry Hover, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Port Allegany JV boys action. Port Allegany hosts the Otto-Eldred Terrors. It is 27 Port Allegany, Otto-Eldred 24. For the Gators, starting the fourth quarter, Julian Capel, Brendan Feniger, Liam Hover, Austin Hamilton, Alex Schott. For the Terrors, Shenfield, Denning, Reese, Caldwell, and Obenrader. Only a 3-point lead for the Gators. They look to get it inside to Caldwell, back to Denning. And that's going to be off Otto-Eldred, Gator ball. So Austin Hamilton flips it over to Liam Hauver, looks to drive, looking for a dish. Back to Capel. Capel drives inside, looking for Feniger, over to Hauver. Thinking about it, driving left. Back to Austin Hamilton. He's going to drive the lane, over to Feniger. Feniger can't handle it, back to Capel. And Garzell, Coach Garzell is going to call a timeout, settle things down. 6:17 left to play here in Port Allegany. So Coach Trey Garzell for the Gators and Coach Lance Baker for Otto-Eldred talking to their teams, trying to settle them down and get them ready here for the last 6:17. I want to thank David Bartlett, our technical director, Connor Valentine, our mid-court camera. This is Kerry Hauver live from Port Allegany. Port Allegany with a 3-point lead. Gator ball inbounded to Julian Capel. Looking inside, back to Alex Schott. Over to Austin Hamilton. Over to Liam Hauver. Looking to drive the lane. Pulls up. Little pass to Alex Schott, who's fouled. So that's going to be the third foul on Mason Shenfield. We'll see if foul trouble plays a part in this fourth quarter for both teams. Capel drives. Got up in the air. Saw he didn't have much and just looked to dish it off, and that's going to be a turnover for the Gators. So Shenfield looking to inbound. Reese coming up to help. In comes Braden Babcock. Out goes Brendan Feniger. All kinds of changes here. Michael Sheeler coming in for the Terrors. Caldwell's going to take a break. The coaches are trying to move their chess pieces around the board. So Reese brings it up for the Terrors. Back to Reese, to Shenfield. Shenfield back to Reese. So Capel defends Denning. Denning looks like it went off his foot. It's going to be Gator ball going the other way. So Mason Reese is going to go off for the Terrors. Looks like Caldwell comes back in for the Terrors. Gators clinging to a 3-point lead. They've got to take some smart shots here. Liam Hauver on the wing. He's going to step back inside to Smith, who's defended by, good job by Obenrader to sneak in the back there and poke the ball away. Terror ball only down by 3, and that's going to be a foul on Julian Capel. I don't know if that's the third or the fourth foul on Capel. That's going to be the third. So he's going to have to play smart. 5:18 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Looks like Coach Garzell is going to put Braden Babcock in. And who's going to come out here? It looks like Alex Schott's going to get a break. Smith moves up on Sheeler. So Sheeler's going to inbound for the Terrors. Inbounds to Shenfield, defended by Hauver. Shenfield goes baseline. Back to Denning. Back to Obenrader, who can shoot the 3. Denning off on the wing. Tries to get it inside to Caldwell. Gators ball. Austin Hamilton driving. And it looks like he's fouled. So good job by Austin Hamilton to drive the lane there, initiate the contact. Yeah, we thought maybe that was a kick ball down here by the Gators, but if you're a Gator fan, we'll take it. Austin Hamilton with 2 shots here. Misses the first. These foul shots could be huge for both teams, so we'll see if this is a factor in the game. Coach Baker takes out Caldwell, puts Reese back in. Reese, nice little three-point shooter, so could come down to a big three-pointer. Austin Hamilton's second shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Smith. Goes straight up, off the mark. Mason Shenfield with a rebound. Under 5 minutes to play here. Only a 3-point game. Reese is wide open on the wing. Not what you want to see if you're a Gator fan. So Gator ball. Over to Derek Smith on the wing. Inside to Babcock. Back to Liam Hauver to Smith. Thought about it. Thought maybe Hauver would shoot it. Then I thought maybe Smith would shoot it. So the chess match continues. Coach Baker's going to bring Caldwell in. Out comes Reese. Gators make a switch. In comes shot. And I think Hamilton went out. So Hauver inbounds to Smith. Over to shot. Back to Smith. Gators with the lead. They can just work it and try to get a good shot. So it looks like the Gators are going to get called with the offensive foul. That's the first call on Braden Babcock. Caldwell back out. Reese back in. So 4:15 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Defense is going to be very key here in the fourth quarter. Otto-Eldred swings it around, back to Sheeler, looks to drive. Good defense by Capel. I think that's off of Otto-Eldred. Nope. So we're going to check out the replay there. Good call by the refs to regroup there and get the call right. If they ever want to check it out on the replay, we've got it here on the Gator Network. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Gators 27-24. Alex Schott drives, kicks it back to Liam Hauver, looking to drive. To Capel. Smith didn't see it coming. That's going to be a turnover for the Gators. So we'll give a quick shout out to Port Allegany High School Principal Mark Budd. Stopped up to see us here in the Crow's Nest. We appreciate your support. We thank Mr. Buxton, our superintendent, and the school board of directors for allowing us to broadcast these games. The Gator Network team tonight is Kerry Hauver, David Bartlett, Doug Archer, and Connor Valentine. Some other members of the crew who couldn't be here tonight: Dan Funk, Jill Stuckey, Jeremy Morey, Levi Howard. Liam Hauver is playing right now, so Jake Causer, he's a varsity player. He filled in on the girls' broadcast. Noah Archer also joined us while he was home on break from college. Micaiah Stake filled in for bocce coverage on Friday. That was pretty fun working with Micaiah, learning the bocce game. We're going to be broadcasting this Friday against the reigning state champion bocce champions from St. Mary's. They'll be making the trip here to Port Allegany. That'll be broadcast Friday at 4 o'clock. That was a really fun broadcast to be a part of. I think there's a lot that's going to be happening here in the last 4 minutes, Dave. Otto-Eldred drives back to Obenrader, who can shoot the three. Off the mark. So Obenrader was off the mark there. He's been lethal from the three, so fortunate for the Gators that he was off the mark. So Gator ball, 3 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Julian Capel looks to drive, flips it back to Derek Smith. Big three from Derek Smith. That's a backbreaker right there. But Otto-Eldred can shoot it too, so we'll see if they can match here. Nice defense by Braden Babcock. Capel up to Hamilton, who goes for the left-handed layup, and that's no good. Shenfield pushes it up back to Sheeler. Stolen by Capel, going the other way. Nice left-handed layup by Julian Capel. Big turn of events there for the Port Allegany Gators. 8-point lead. And just like that, that's how quick a game can turn, folks. So we'll take a break here. Get a breath. All right, we are back here in Port Allegany. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter between the Port Allegany Gators and the Otto-Eldred Terrors and tonight's JV boys basketball action. A lot of game left to play here. Tough pass there by Otto-Eldred. Goes out of bounds. Good defense by the Gators. So if you're tuning in to watch the varsity game, we're going to stay on the same stream, so you can just stay right here. So the Gators, 8-point lead, 2:25 left to play. Capel over to shot, thought about it, but with an 8-point lead, they just really have the ability to work the clock, but Shot decides to pull up. Off the mark, rebounded by Denning, coming the other way, pulls up. And he's fouled. So if you're the Gators, you don't want to foul, put Otto-Eldred on the line, give them the ability to score points with no time coming off the clock. That is going to be Capel's fourth foul. Denning's first shot is good. Gets a nice little shooter's roll there. I joked with Jeremy Morey the other night that I never really got the shooter's roll. Guess you have to be a good shooter to get a shooter's roll. So a little over 2 minutes left here to go. Gator ball. They look like they're almost going four corners. To Hamilton for the three. And he banks a three, and that's three banked threes for the Gators. Ten-point lead for Port Allegany. Denning drives for the Terrors, flips it over to Caldwell. Sheeler just inside the line. That is good. And Coach Baker's going to call a timeout, slow things down. Devise a strategy here. We're going to turn it over to the cheerleaders. All right, we're back here in Port Allegany. Port Allegany JV boys action between the Port Allegany Gators, Otto-Eldred Terrors. Port Allegany with a 35-27 lead. Port Allegany looks to inbounds. Derek Smith deep. Thought the Gators might hit him on the deep ball there. Julian Capel breaks the press. Smith tries to flip it over to Hauber. Gators had the opportunity there to just maybe dribble it out a little bit, waste some clock. Trying to do a little too much. Otto-Eldred pushes it up the floor here. Mason Shenfield with the ball. Gators have to eliminate the three-point shots. Drive the Terrors inside. Reese back to Obenrader, to Sheeler. Shenfield back to Sheeler. 1:10 left to play. Good defense by the Gators. Defending the three-point shot. Austin Hamilton with a steal going the other way. And it is good. That gets the lead back to 10 points. Under a minute left to play here. Shenfield drives for the Terrors. Blocked by Smith. Gators have the ability to slow it down here if they want. Smith looks like he's just going to dribble. Flips it over to Capel. And Capel is fouled by Denning. That's only going to be the fourth team foul for the Terrors. So it's going to remain Gator ball. One more foul by the Terrors will send the Gators to the line for 2. That is Denning's third foul of the game. Hamilton inbounds to Capel. They leave the lane wide open. Hamilton tries to take advantage, draws the foul. He's going to go to the line for 2. So Austin Hamilton will have 2 shots here, 33.4 seconds left to play. Been a pretty good contest here between the Gators and the Terrors. Hamilton's first shot is up and good. Extends the lead to 11. Hamilton's second shot is up and good. 2 nice-looking shots there for Austin Hamilton. 12-point lead for the Gators. Gators just have to eliminate the three-point shots and close this thing out. You don't want to have fouls. Yep, Coach Garzell just says, just let him go there if he gets by you. So that's going to be it for Capel. Julian Capel had a really good game here. Always excels on defense, gives the Gators that little spark. Denning goes to the line. His first shot is no good. Second shot upcoming. 5 team fouls for the Terrors, 4 for the Gators. Denning's second shot is good. Cuts the lead to 10. As Luck breaks the press. Going to dribble up and stop over to Hamilton. Just over 20 seconds left to play. Shenfield gets the foul called. And I think the Terrors are just going to run out of time here. Really good game here between Port Allegany and Otto-Eldred. I think we're going to see some battles between these two teams over the years. So Hamilton's first shot was no good. Second shot upcoming here is no good. Almost rebounded by Derek Smith. Going to be Terror ball, 17.6 seconds left to play. Don't want to give up a 3 here if you're the Gators. Doesn't matter in the big scheme of things, but so Hamilton picks up a foul. That's going to be 2 shots for the Terrors. Denning back to the line again. Nice little left-handed shot there for Gavin Denning. Cuts the lead to 9. His second shot upcoming is good. 8-point lead for the Gators. Derek Smith inbound, tries to throw it up to Liam Hauver, who's fouled by Caldwell. So Hauver will go to the line for 2 shots. 10.7 seconds left to play. So we're going to stay on the same feed here for the varsity game that's going to be upcoming between Port Allegany and Otto-Eldred. Port Allegany welcomes the league-leading Otto-Eldred Terrors. So Liam Hauver's first shot is good. extends the lead to 9. He's going to have a second shot here. Nobody in the lane for the Gators. Hauver's second shot is good. 10-point lead. So if you're the Gators, you just don't want to foul. It's not a deal breaker, but Sheeler off the glass for 2. That's going to make the final score 41-33. Port Allegany over the Otto-Eldred Terrors. Good game. And we will take a break and turn it over to the public address announcer. I'm going to be joined by Doug Archer for the varsity game. We thank Connor Valentine for running the mid-court camera for us, and David Bartlett being the technical director running the show. And we'll talk with you soon. All right, Gator Nation, we are live here in Port Allegany. My name is Kerry Hauver. I'm joined with Doug Archer as we have the Port Allegany Varsity boys hosting the league-leading Otto-Eldred Terrors. We've got a lot to talk about here, Doug. We were doing some little digging into the stats, and the last time the Gators and the Terrors played, what did we come up with? Put you on the spot.
I don't know. I feel like I need to talk about those pants first of Otto-Eldred's. They're really reaching out to me.
Those are Globetrotter-esque. But they've been playing like the Globetrotters this year, so maybe that's a fitting uniform for them. Well, I can jump in real quick. I've tried to follow Otto-Eldred here from afar. They come in undefeated. I think their toughest game so far, they played in the Joe DeCerbo Memorial Showcase down in Allegany. They had a thrilling 51-50 win over Salamanca. Salamanca, trying to follow them in the Olean Times-Herald. They've had a pretty good program in that game. Manning Splain had 14 points. Davey Shenfield 13. Brax Caldwell 12. Sheen Thomas 9, and Landon Francis only had 3. So that was a great team victory for them. Salamanca, good team, but Otto-Eldred, a great team as well. I didn't watch the game, but I would assume that Salamanca probably put a lot of emphasis on Francis, and that gave opportunities for other guys to step up. So,
yeah, it's funny you mentioned Globetrotters, Gary, because I think when it's all said and done, people are going to look back and say, this Eldred team was really one of the greats, one of the best teams we've seen in the Northern Tier for a while, and for the next few years. And Coach Babcock knows that, Gary. I got a quote from Babcock tonight after a little interview we did, and I quote, "Obviously tonight is going to be a tough one. Autos are really tough. There's a reason why they're unbeaten. But like any other game, our guys are up for the task. We have to keep it close. Can't let them go on their 8-0, 10-0, 12-0 runs. We have to limit turnovers, put the ball in the hoop. We've all been stressing all year. We have to make the easy ones." And then Coach Babcock gives me a great Lasso quote. Ted Lasso, "There's 2 buttons I never like to hit. That's panic and snooze. We definitely can't panic tonight, and we definitely can't fall asleep on the defense." And that was a quote from Coach Babcock today, which I appreciate him giving that us.
Yeah, that was a good soundbite there, and we'll turn it over to the public address announcer, Mr. Aaron Clark.
This event encourages you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by the students in an educational setting. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Bullying, taunting, or intimidating the officials or opponents is unfriendly and unacceptable and will not be tolerated. A reminder that Port Allegany High School is a drug-free zone and that all drugs, alcohol, and tobacco are banned on school grounds. February, please rise for playing the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the Otto-Eldred Terrace. Junior, number 0, Nathan Swain. Junior, number 2, David Schenker. Senior, number 4, Max Caldwell. Junior, number 12, Shane Thomas. Junior, number 3, Larry Francis. The starting lineup for Port Allegany Gators. First off, sophomore number 2, Isaac Abel. Sophomore number 3, Jared Funk. Sophomore number 10, Nick Wilfong. Senior number 11, Braylon White. And junior number 24, Jacob Cosby. The coaches for Otto-Eldred are Mr. Francis, Lance Baker, and Bill Brooks. Coaches for Port Allegany are Mr. Kyle Babcock, Trey Rachel, and Tony Angel. Tonight's officials are Tanner Gleason, Anthony Zimbardi, and Travis Wilson.
All right, Doug, we'll squeeze a little bit of commentary in here before the game starts, and you'll do the play-by-play, and I'll provide a little color. But back to the first time that these two teams matched up, back to Coach Babcock's quote, the Gators had 26 turnovers and Otto-Eldred only had 7. So obviously the Gators have to take care of the ball to even keep this thing close. So that's going to be, obviously one of the keys to the game.
Yeah, turnovers, Kerry, always a huge part of the game. Probably a good reason why that was such a good gap in that score. If the Gators can limit the turnovers, try to keep this game a little bit closer. Gators set the tip off. That's Sheeny Thomas going up against the Gators' Funk. And Eldred's going to win that battle. Francis will bring it down for Eldred. Wilfong, man-to-man with Francis. Gators in man-to-man defense. Francis with a good pass to Splain. He goes up. Funk gets the rebound. Goes down to his knee and falls. Got an early foul there on the play. He seems hurt. He dropped down to his knee, Kerry, in a kind of awkward way. He's not holding his knee, though.
Yeah, I don't know if he landed weird or. We're glad to see Jared pop up there. Hopefully he's okay.
Quick sub there. Amel comes in for Funk. Right now, Gators on the floor with Button, Causer, Wilfong, and Henry Troop.
So for the Gators, I think just slow it down, wait for a good shot. Good board there
Otto,
by Francis.
Yep. An easy layup there, down, long pass down the floor to open Manning. Manning's playing. Eldred's going to make him work it down the court. Like you said, Kerry, Gators just got to be patient here against that. Francis open three.
Good board by Caldwell.
Troop comes up with it for the Gators.
Yeah, Otto-Eldred has that good half-court press. Coach Francis is going to call it off here.
Yeah, use it. Be unpredictable with it.
Looks like they're going to trap, though.
Oop, over the back. Amel working hard to get a bucket there. Just off. Sheeny to the hoop. That's 2 for Otto. Quick timeout here for Babcock.
Yeah, and I was saying, for the Gators, you want to slow the ball down, but Otto-Eldred has that good half-court trap, and they showed there, even when they called the half-court press off, they trapped that first pass. So, you can't hold the ball for very long, but ideally, if you can swing the ball around a little bit, take care of it, play a little bit of, Ridgeway, hold the ball. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody around here knows Ridgeway ball. It's been that way for a long time. And they play it well.
Yeah. Now the Gators have to go coast to coast just to get it down the floor.
Yep. I like this defense from Francis. You just put that pressure on a younger team here. We got that in. That was a tight pass there. Gators turned it over, though.
Button was open under the hoop there.
Easy layup. Miss, though. And 4 goes up and misses.
Yep, Caldwell. I'm going to try to keep an unofficial score here for both teams. We'll see how I do.
Button picks up his first foul. Sheeny driving, kicks it out to Manning, Splain, and he hits a 3. Quick lead here for Otto, 7-0, 5 minutes and ticking. That's out on the Gators. Now it's a 7-point run, the type of run that Babcock was talking about, trying to get away from.
Yeah, so just a little pressure there by Otto-Eldred forces, Port Allegany to try to bring it up the side there and just make a mistake.
Now Funk being out is a major deal here. He's sitting off to the side with the trainer. Sheeny Thomas, quick layup. Another timeout by Babcock as Otto-Eldred runs it to 9.
Yeah, so of those 9 points, Manning Splain with 5 points and Sheen Thomas with 4. Good ball movement by the Terrors. Gators just looking for a good shot.
Yep. Early turnovers for the Gators.
I think, Otto-Eldred obviously has that great half-court press or, kind of two-thirds court press. The Gators have to get somebody into the middle there to break that down because the Terrors are just kind of steering them out towards the edges. Once they get across half-court, Eldred's going to pounce on them and try to force a turnover. So I think the only way you can break it is just a flash to the middle there.
It's great coaching and great disciplined defense from Otto-Eldred.
Yeah, they hustle all over the place, so they play good team basketball. I think they made it to the Final Four in the state last year.
Amo remains in with Funk, Wilfong, Causer, and Button. Whoa, high pass from Troop. Splain's going to come down with it. Gets it back from Francis and hits another 3.
Yeah, Otto-Eldred just forcing the Gators to make mistakes. This looks like there's 6 guys out there playing defense.
It does. It really does. You turn around, you got 3 guys on you. There's a need for some speed here on the Gators' part to deal with that defense. I don't know if they have all their speed on the court right now. Amo up top for the Gators. Good defense. Turns it over. Amo's going to grab Francis on the play.
Yeah, and if you're a youth basketball player watching at home, just watch the way Otto-Eldred is playing defense. They've got to be talking on defense. That's one of the things we stress. Probably every coach stresses. You got to talk on defense. Let them know what each other's doing.
Francis kicks it over to Thomas with a jumper. He's off. Amo with the rebound. Nick Wilfong's bringing it down for the Gators. Troop's going to go for 3. Gets blocked by number 2, Shenfield. Gators with the steal, though. Wilfong. He's driving.
We're going to watch the replay on that. Landon Francis draws the offensive charge. So the Gators just got to break the ice here, you know, get the nerves out of the way and
get that first basket. That'll go a long way, but right now they got to play defense. Thomas is open for a three. He'll take it. He's off. Gators.
Good job by Button to fend off Caldwell there. Terrors are just trapping.
Oh, Amel turns it over.
As soon as the Gators pass to the wing, they're just trapping. Gators have to swing the ball quicker. Can't hold it.
It's like, yeah, it looks like
trap.
Funk's going to re-enter the game here. I mean, Funk is a critical member of this team. Gary leads in about 5 different offensive categories.
Yeah.
Also, Levi Wilfong enters game. Troop comes out. Amel comes out for the Gators.
So the Gators will inbound into their own hoop here. See if they can get a good look.
Sheeny Thomas all over that. He gets the steal. Manning is hot from the 3, but he's off there. Funk bringing it down. Looks loose. Works it in the Button. Turns it over. Eldred will put it out of bounds. Yeah, Gators need a bucket here desperately. They have right now no answers for this defense. Funk's going to try a deep 3. He's off the mark, and Thomas is going to get that rebound. Francis will try a 3. Then draws the foul. Wilfong in his face.
Yeah, Francis doesn't need much room to get off a shot. He's got a quick release. Wilfong trying to get his body into him.
Four-point play for Francis.
So Julian Capel's going to spell Nick Wilfong here.
Four fouls here for the Gators in the first quarter. Capel trying to get it in. There's 4 blue shirts all in that little spot, Gary. Going to get another foul. That'll be number 5. We're in bonus with 2:23 to go here.
Yeah, so if you heard the starting lineups for the Otto-Eldred Terrors, I heard junior. Is that 4 juniors? And a senior.
And that senior being
Caldwell.
So Thomas returns, Splain returns, Francis returns. This is a, what do you call dynasty here? You know, your 4-year dynasty.
Yeah, they stepped in as freshmen and were competing. You know, I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
They've had good careers so far, and those careers continue.
They're extremely dedicated outside of the basketball season. It shows. Sheeny trying to make some room. Manning, Francis. Long pass to Thomas. He's going to drive in. They're going to call travel that time.
And then for the Gators, their starting lineup, I heard sophomore, senior, junior.
Coach Francis is upset. Oh, Funk's going out of the game. Amel's back in for the Gators. Levi Wilfong gets it back to Amel. Gators still looking for a basket here. Caldwell with the sneaky steal. Gets it back and throws up a rough shot, but he's going to get a foul. Caldwell sinks his first free shot.
Looks like Hamilton's going to come in. Levi Wilfong goes out. Looks like Coach Babcock's trying to get some athleticism in there to just get the ball up the court at this point.
There's definitely a little more speed on the court now with Capel and Hamilton. Amel. Causer and Button stay in. Two bigs. Button off on his shot. Otto comes down with it. Amel with a good stretch to knock that ball away. Otto-Eldred leads 20-0 here, a minute 21 in the first quarter. Gets it out to Manning Swain. Jumper. He drops it. Otto with 22 now. Gators looking for that first bucket. Otto does have a couple subs in here.
I just looked down at my stat sheet. I was doing good there for a while, and I kind of lost track. So.
Well, one side of it you don't have to worry about missing.
Throw this paper out the window. Sorry, folks.
Wow, that has to be a foul. It's pretty hard. Yeah, Sheeny picks up his first foul. 59 seconds to go here in the first. Jake tries to go in. He runs into his own player. Hamilton kind of came up, got in his way.
Looks like Demick's going to go out for the Terrors. In comes Francis. That's 2 on Demick.
That's 33. How do you say that last name?
I think it's Isaiah Demick.
Okay.
D-E-M-I-C-K.
Here we
the
go.
Gators broke the ice there. That's good.
They're on the board here. Good job, Jake. Take another free one. There we go. The Gators with 2, down by 20. Otto with their starting group out there. Working inside. Good work by Amel to try to break that up. Caldwell with a nice spin move, though. Makes it look awful easy. He's a heck of a player inside.
Yep.
Working at the button. A lot of work there. 2.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Ryan Woodruff. He coaches their junior high. We talked specifically about Brax Caldwell. And he said that, junior high, Caldwell just, was figuring the game out and just, a little clumsy. And boy, is he, he had high praise for him, how much work he's put in to become the player that he is.
Yeah, I've seen him grow every year that we've been watching him. Button gets his second bucket. Button's actually the second leading scorer for the Gators. Coming into the game, he had 96 points. He's also the second leading rebounder with 67 rebounds coming into the game.
Gators got to just fire one up here.
That was, we got that off before the buzzer. That would have counted if he'd made it. Let me see this. Cheerleaders.
Feels a little bit like a track meet with 2 hoops at each end, or a hoop at each end. A lot of back and forth.
the Globetrotters would keep you in the game, you know.
Yeah, I was keeping stats there to about 12 points, and then I turned into a fan and just watched, and I started missing some baskets and said, all right, enough with these stats. I need them to slow it down a little bit so I can keep up.
Yeah. All right, we're going into the second quarter. Otto-Eldred 24, Gators 4. Eldred with their regular starters out here.
So Doug, you and I did, all the football games this year, and for Red Bank Valley, I offered for their seniors, if their mothers needed any help for them to move into college, I was ready to send them packing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if any of these guys want to enroll in college early, not a bad idea to get a jump start on your education.
I honestly think some of them could definitely play college basketball next year. Man, the pressure here, the Gators they don't know what to do with it. Hey, you can't be doing that. That's some serious nobody's going to save that one, Kerry. We can't get over there.
That was almost Dave Bartlett's personal camera.
Oh, pass is too high. Goes off Capel's fingertip. Troop's going to come back in for Hamilton. I mean, Troop's a guy, if you can get him rolling on the threes, anything.
Yeah, I think the Gators have. I mean, they're playing right into the hands of the Terrors by getting trapped, which is a tall task. It's easy for me to sit up here but I think they have to swing the ball, try to get it over the other side, and get some shots off.
Hunter Apps come in for Otto-Eldred. Francis will take a three. He's off the mark. Sheeny Thomas rebounds, gets it out to App. Swing it all the way back around to Francis. Francis hits a three. Capel driving. A little bit high over Causer's head, which is hard to do.
Yeah, just the pressure by the Terrors is causing the Gators to just, panic a little bit. And some of these simple passes they're starting to mess up on. So,
I mean, this is quite the experience for Capel, a younger player. He's seeing what it's all about right here. You're not going to face a better team this year than Otto-Eldred. And I like Capel's hustle. I like having him out there. He's a great kid, works hard.
Yep.
Troop wondering what he wants to do here. He's not looking forward to that pressure coming up.
Yep, somebody's got to flash the center there.
Yep. Hunter App breaks it up. Caldwell comes down with it for the easy layup. Ooh, boy. I had a question in my mind, Kerry, and honestly it came to me first, but our producer popped it in, and really it is a question. You're getting blown out against a superior team. How do you handle this if you're Coach Babcock? How do you keep it together? How do you keep your kids, keep them fighting?
Well, I certainly don't have any X's and O's to offer, but I think, Coach Babcock's just got to tell them, look, this is an undefeated team. This is the best team in the league. Let's just go out there and give it as good an effort as we can the rest of the way. Let's not hang our heads. Obviously a good team, and just do the best you could do.
Yeah, probably. Take a few lessons from the Steelers. They were outclassed yesterday. They never quit. They fought till the end. Keep fighting.
That's right.
It's the Gator way. There we go. That should be a second foul, I think, for Francis.
Yeah, and I think, the Gators have to continue to go to the hoop.
Oh, it's not on the –
This has been a physical game. I think a little bit of let them play type of action. But, I think if they keep going to the hoop, maybe we'll see some fouls called, get some guys in foul trouble, and, that could change things up a little bit.
Yeah, Causer actually got the foul there. I didn't see that. I thought Francis grabbed the Gator there. Otto works it around the perimeter. Hunter wrapped to Francis and back. Good pass. Good bounce pass. Caldwell misses. Jake gets down on the floor hard but collides with Amel. They're going to call it out on Otto.
And, back to your question, I'm not saying this would work, but I'm surprised teams go man-to-man against Otto-Eldred. Trying to chase these guys all over the floor. I'm not saying a zone defense would necessarily work because they can shoot it right over the top, but I don't know.
Nick Wilfong back in, tries for a three. Jake, hard work, Causer.
Yep.
Gets a bucket.
Yeah, good put back by Causer, good hustle play.
Francis with a little skip step.
Yeah, Jake Causer worked that girls game here about a week or so ago with no Archer.
Oh, Nick loses footing there. Eldred got a hand on that. They're going to change that call.
Yep.
White's going to keep it here or not. They did not change the call. I thought that's why the other ref came over to say he saw it.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure how the ball changed directions there without someone touching it. But.
Coach Babcock saw it. Otto-Eldred leads 33-6 here, 4 minutes and ticking, second quarter. .33 back in the game for Otto. Oh, good anticipation by not Wilfong, Cable.
Yeah.
Gators get a steal. Wilfong drives, but he's off the mark. Otto will rebound and bring it down court. Manning's playing with the jumper. And the foul.
Yeah, we'll watch a replay of that play. Good shot by Manning Splain. He had 10 of the first 14 points, and then I lost track after that. So, but he's having a heck of a game.
Manning is a heck of a basketball player. He's a heck of a football player too.
Yeah.
That game they had with us, although it was Gators' way, he had the 2 interceptions in that game. I remember.
Yeah, he played a good game. Sheen Thomas. We called Brax Caldwell on defense a lot.
Yeah, that's right. But with football, Otto's kind of up against it with football, with the numbers. But basketball, man, they got 5 solid starters here.
Yes, they do.
Francis will drop another one. That's 38 for Otto-Eldred. 2 minutes, 50 seconds ticking down. Gators keep working. Amel in the game, a good young player for the Gators. I think he's a junior, isn't he? Sophomore. I really like Amel. His future is pretty bright the next 2 years for the Gators.
Yeah, for the Gators, Amel's a sophomore, Capel's a sophomore, Wilfong's a sophomore, and Funk's a sophomore. So
yeah, Amel had a stat that stood out to me. He's actually second in assist. And I don't know if he's getting the same amount of time as some of these other guys, but that's pretty good. He's only behind Funk in assists. That's a pretty good stat. Ooh, that was a travel.
Yeah, so I think for the Gators, not that you're writing off next year, but, maybe the year after is kind of lining up that maybe that's the year. Cameron County's going to have a really good team as well. When we called that game, there were a lot of sophomores on that team too. So
they're always seem to be good, and they compete, and their coaching is pretty outstanding there as well.
good rebound by Jake Causer.
Gators working the ball around. Otto's backed off a little bit on the defense, giving the Gators a little more room. Jake trying to work inside. Emil tries for three. He's off. Rebound. 33 for Otto. Can't get that name down yet.
Isaiah Demick.
Yeah, he's starting to show up out there. Demick with an M.
Demick.
Yeah, I don't know Demick. The other three for Splain, that's at least his third three-pointer. I don't know if Manning's missed from the three-point range yet.
I don't think he has.
No, Eldred applying the pressure again. Splain's going to lay that up. Otto is thoroughly bringing it here tonight.
The Gators have to move, help them out.
Yeah. They're aggressive, tight. They're not following the Gators. They're just.
So I just saw Funk head to the locker room there. That's obviously a blow to the Gators.
That's a huge blow. I mean, Funk is he's leader in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. Troop off the mark. Good rebound by Causer with a buzzer beater. Causer's working here tonight.
Yeah, he got fouled, so he's gonna shoot one with no time remaining here.
Make it a three-point play here, Causer. Going to be on the line by himself, which is probably more pressure than having everybody standing there with you. Causer's going to be off the mark there, but Causer's probably leading point getter for the Gators tonight. We're going to go to break, and we'll catch up with you here at the beginning of the second half.
All right, Gator Nation, this is Kerry Hauber. We are live here in Port Allegany as the Port Allegany Gators varsity hosts the Otto-Eldred Terrors. They are the league-leading Terrors, and they have the 43-8 lead here at the half. I'm joined here along with Doug Archer. Doug, we talked, pregame. This is, at some point we talked that this is one of the best teams historically in the league. So I would say no shame for the Gators. It's just a really talented team. I don't know how to have it be more simple than that. They're athletic. They can shoot the three. They hustle. They play great defense. So Gators find themselves down, not where they want to be, but hopefully they come out and just play as hard as they can. And let's get this one behind us and move on to the rest of the season, because the Gators are in third place. I think it's a pretty good year so far. And Otto-Eldred's having a great year. I was going to comment on that game they had against Cameron County. I think that's the next matchup for Otto-Eldred. I'd like to see how they match up. I'd like to watch that game. But in that game, reading the write-up, it was 21-17 at the half, and then it ended up being 55-35 where Otto-Eldred won over Cameron County. In that game, Brax Caldwell had 15 points. Davey Shenfield had 13. Manning Splain had 11. Sheen Thomas had 8. Landon Francis had 7. And Obenrader had 1. So we've watched both of those teams play, both talented teams. But that'd just be an interesting matchup. I think Cameron County's, I would guess they would try to be a little more physical. That's just their nature. But Otto-Eldred's just very athletic. And, that's showing tonight in this game. So
It is showing well.
But before we get started here, I can we kind of jumped right in after the JV game, but the Port Allegany Gators defeated the Otto-Eldred Terrors. That was a pretty good game. Port Allegany ended up winning that by about 10. Scoring-wise, 7 different guys scored for the Gators. Derek Smith had 11. Julian Capel had 9. Liam Hauver had 7. Austin Hamilton had 7. Braden Babcock had 3. Alex Schott had 2. And Brendan Feniger chipped in 2 points. So we're getting ready to get started here. I'll turn it over to you. Apologize we don't have any stats. I had high hopes of hanging with these guys, but they just outran me. Yeah, for the Gators, scoring-wise, Jake Causer had 6, and Braylon Button had 2. So that's the scoring for the Gators. And, without knowing how the scoring is going for Otto-Eldred, Manning Splain, I think, is having, if you're giving stars of the game, I would think he'd get the first star. But they're just playing good team basketball. So
They are. Yep, both sides, offense, defense. And we're off the second half here. Capel with tight defense there. Thomas works. And 1 for Thomas. Nice pink shoes for Thomas. I like those.
yeah,
It's not my color, but they look pretty good on the court. Got a kick there. So the Gators coming out in the second half with Capel, Nick Wilfong, Amel, Causer, and Button.
and they have to have somebody flash the paint there.
Causer, little too much elbow in Francis's face there.
Yeah, you want to have a little guide hand up there, but not that far up. Just kind of want to have it out around your waist to keep them back.
That's Causer's second foul. The team's second. Nice steal by Causer. That was kind of a lazy pass. He'll pick up the foul. Haven't seen many poor passes like that from Otto today.
Yeah, David Bartlett's going to show the replay here. As far as turnovers go, we talked pregame. In that first matchup, Port Allegany had 26 turnovers and Otto-Eldred only had 7. So they really took care of the ball in that game. Jake Causer with a shooter's roll there.
Oh, man. It was like a magnet pulled it in.
In that first matchup, Otto-Eldred shot 9 for 23 from the three-point line, 39.1%. And I think they're doing better than that tonight.
Yeah, Causer's going to miss his second shot. Manning Splain with the ball now for Otto. Gets it back to Sheeny Thomas. He drives and lays it up, uncontested. Otto with 48. Gators with 9, 6:03 ticking. Wilfong has the ball knocked away. Gets his hand up, gets the ball back. A steal for Wilfong, and he's going the other way. One-on-one with Francis. He takes a jumper and drops it. Nice little jumper from Nick Wilfong after the big steal. Capel's going to stick with Francis.
Oh, thought they were going to switch there. And
yeah. Well, Caldwell gets the rebound, though. You got 3-on-1 on Francis. Caldwell works open and lays it up and in. That makes it 50 for Otto.
So they're going to trap the wing there. So the Gators just have to move the ball. They can't play right into their hands.
Little kick from Thomas. Last game with Otto, they scored 69?
Yeah, I think it was 69, 29. Yeah, I mean, the Gators are just playing right in their hands, letting them collapse on the trap there. They have to swing the ball.
Nick Wilfong scrapping there on the ground, trying to work the ball through 2 defenders.
Oof. I thought that was a nice little
Amel, Caldwell travel.
nice little stop and pull up.
Francis works down under now.
So, for Eldred, Port Allegany is the 3rd team in the league. And, there's obviously teams that aren't even as good as Port Allegany. So I think they played a lot of games that, their opponent hasn't been in it. It's kind of the struggle that the Port Allegany Gators football team had this year, where there were a lot of games at halftime were blowouts. And, you ride that fine line of you don't want to run the score up, but, you want to get your guys playing time, because Otto-Eldred has some aspirations of going far in the district and the state ultimately. So,
yeah. Capel pinned to the sideline. He throws the ball in off of Otto to buy a possession here, to maintain possession. There you go. Good move inside.
yeah.
Great move inside there, Gary.
Jake Causer, I think, with 11 of the 13 points.
Was that Shenfield,
Yep.
I think. Yeah, so another 3 for another Otto-Eldred player. They're all shooters, Gary, from anywhere on the court. That's what makes them so dangerous. Another turnover for the Gators. Thomas is all alone. He misses.
I can put a plug in here. If you've loved that on-court camera, we could use some extra help because, some of our helpers can't be here every night. It's a lot to ask of people. So we really could use some extra help if you could help us run that extra camera.
Jake lost the handle on it, knocked it back in. We don't catch many breaks here with the stripes. It seems like the refs get into a funk and they're just calling the low man. Sometimes a lot of calls are going against the Gators here.
Well, for Splain there, I think that was his first missed 3, so signs of hope.
There's signs of hope. Caldwell. Another great move by Caldwell. Works in, spins. That's the second really nice move he's had for a layup. Jake inside. He misses. Sheeney's alone. He'll gets a good bounce on that. That's a crazy bounce. Again, another three-pointer, right? From another player.
Got the shooter's roll there.
That's 4 players with three-pointers today. They can shoot it from anywhere. Big steal there. Caldwell. Capel draws a tough cover there with that height. Yeah, it's starting to look like that youth basketball game where one player is just bigger and better and they take the ball away whenever they want. Frustrating for the Gators. But it is part of the sport, Kerry.
Yep. Sorry, I was kind of turning into a fan there, just watching.
Happens to me all the time.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I have a headset on.
But, the streamers, they're watching too. They're seeing what we're seeing.
Yeah, tough matchup for the Gators. Be happy to get this over and on to the next one. Looking ahead at the schedule here. Looks like at Smethport on Thursday. And then next few games, home with Coudersport, at Kane, home with Oswego Valley, at Bradford, at Brockway, at Cameron County, home with Gailton, at Austin, and going back, that other Gailton away game, we still have to make that one up too. So,
yeah, I think you put this game behind you for Babcock, you get back on a roll by looking at that schedule. The Gators are going to get back on a winning streak. They're going to be challenged by Kane. That was a really close game the first time. You'd like to see maybe the Gators get on a roll and beat Kane. Now, that'd be a big game for Port. Although it's a non-league game, anytime we can beat Kane, I've always enjoyed that.
Yeah. The Gators got down early in that game, and they fought their way back, only lost by 4.
Was that a tournament game? Or
no, that was here.
Okay.
That was the home opener.
Okay.
And I think the Gators were just trying to figure out, who –
even their starting
who was going to
probably
start and how they were going to play together. And
20 seconds and count down here in the third. Eldred, just pressure is extreme. But they find an easy bucket for Levi. Yeah, great pass from Causer. Finds Levi Wilfong all alone for the bucket for the Gators. Nick Wilfong with the steal. What's the call here?
Yeah, nice pass up there to Levi Wilfong. Was that Amel that made the nice pass there?
The one to the
one over here. Was it Jake?
I actually did see it. He made the pass. Great pass under that. The pressure they were getting to work that down. Yeah, Carrie hasn't mentioned it yet, I don't think, unless you did during JV about this Friday night.
Yeah, so Friday at 4 o'clock is going to be the bocce match. We are hosting St. Mary's, reigning state champions. I was fortunate enough to do the bocce broadcast this past Friday with Micaiah Stake. She's a former bocce player for Port Allegany. Taught me some of the rules, taught our viewers some of the rules, and it was a pretty cool experience. So please tune in Friday at 4. That's our next broadcast.
Is the superintendent still involved with the scorekeeping?
Mr. Buxton was the official.
Yeah.
Mr. Oliver was the other official. Had a couple measurements to decide points. It was interesting. So if you didn't see that, you can go back and rewatch that.
A few years ago, I was able to stream one. Now, we weren't commentating, but Noah got a chance to officiate with Mr. Buxton.
Oh.
And it was really enjoyable. But I would imagine streaming and with commentary would be really awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Troop in the game. Colton Crow in the game for the Gators, getting some time here. He's getting mobbed right now.
Yeah, got to learn a little bit of the rules. The little yellow ball that you throw out there is called the Polina. So you're aiming for that.
Yeah.
If the bocce ball hits the Polina, that's called a bocce. And Micaiah was telling us that I think she said that's Italian for kiss.
Oh,
so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I can't remember a thing about it, but I do remember that Polina. So how do you actually score? Closest one to that ball?
Yeah, so it's kind of like I'm trying to describe it. Maybe I haven't played shuffleboard in years, but I think it's a lot like shuffleboard where, if you have the closest one to the Polina, and then like your next ball is also the next closest, you get those points. So at one point, Port Allegany had 4 of the closest. There's a total of 4 per side, and Port Allegany had 4 of the closest. Yeah.
So is it an extra point to hit the Polina?
It is not. Sometimes it works in your favor where the Polina kicks away.
I see. You can move it and it may put your ball,
right,
another ball closer.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting. Is this a playoff game this Friday or?
No, regular season.
Okay. Cool. Wow. Ah, Hamilton gets through his legs there.
Yeah, not to turn this into a bocce broadcast, but Mr. Buxton was telling us that St. Mary's, for winning the state championship, they got to play bocce with Governor Josh Shapiro on the lawn of the Governor's Mansion in Harrisburg. So maybe at some point the Gators bocce team will be able to have that as well.
Gators totally subbed out here. Francis remains in the game for Otto with Caldwell. And then there are subs in for Otto. Number 40.
Yeah, 40 is Coy Van Scoter. 33 is Isaiah Demick.
And Hunter App.
And then number 11, Hunter App. Yeah, David Bartlett's mentioning in our ear, the Port Allegany girls had a big win against the Otto-Eldred Terrors on the road on Friday night. That was streamed by the YDL Sports Network. I think Andy Close was on the call. Can't say I watched the whole broadcast, but
Kistler with a nice hard shot.
I fast forwarded to the end to see who won.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice little shot there by Kistler.
That's a hard shot straight down the side there. Yeah. Hunter App's going to try for 3 for Otto. I think that's the 5th Otto-Eldred player to hit a 3 today, and that's a player off the bench, Hunter App. Austin turns it over.
Yeah, and on the JV side of things, I know Otto-Eldred had a couple guys that could shoot the 3.
Francis, he's off the mark.
Jared Obenrader made one. Mason Reese can shoot it. Michael Sheeler, Mason Shenfield. Yeah, they got some guys that can shoot it. So
got a scrum there. Hamilton sliding across the floor. Bodies the skid in. Whoa. Derek Smith just got put on the floor.
Yeah, there was a technical called there.
Okay, yeah, Francis is he's talking to his guy. I think Smith in number 4, Caldwell. Something heated was happening. Otto with 69 now. Gators with 17. 4:09 to go here in the fourth.
So it looks like Jared Obenrader, I was just talking about him. He can shoot the 3. I think he's going to spell Caldwell. Francis is going to go out.
Troop for 3. Troop. Wait, when Troop's on the 3, he's pretty fun to watch. He gets in that zone. Let's see how many.
Doug's got to get his glasses out to inspect here.
Troop had 4 3-pointers coming into this game, so he's with 5 now.
Yeah, and he's missed a couple games.
Does he? And Nick Wilfong leads the team with 16 3-pointers coming into this game. Oh, Colton Crow gets landed on there. Jared Funk was second on the team with 12 3-pointers, and Isaac Amel with 9 3-pointers.
Yeah, so if any Otto-Eldred fans can let us know when that game is against Cameron County, that'll be the next test for Otto-Eldred. But
yeah, as far as the Northern Tier goes, I mean, Cameron County seems like the only team that to try to give them a game. But I still think the Gators can compete with Cameron County as well. I mean, that game got a little out of hand, but
yeah, that home game here, the Gators were within 4 or 5 at the half, and then just, things just fell apart.
Yep. If you're into percentages, I like Austin Hamilton. He's 100% shooting three-pointers, but he's only shot 1.
Yeah. I was 0 for 1 in my career.
I could have left that last part out for Austin's sake. Hey, give him a shot.
Yeah. Yep, 0 for 1.
You're an inside guy, Kerry.
Yeah, I shot about 5 feet in.
That sounds like Chad Moses.
Look at Troop. Another Troop
Troop
bomb.
Well, hey, they ought to keep feeding him because when he's hitting them like that, Troop's a three guy. Hunter App drives in, uncontested. That's an easy layup.
Yeah, I think Troop's 3 was from the Gators logo over there.
Was it?
Troop's just going to set up right there.
Yeah, work it around. Trying to find him a spot.
Let's call that little spot Troopville. He's going to set up tent here.
They're trying to give him some space. Smith's now with a minute to go here in the final period. Barber with the ball, gets it stolen though. Demick, he's going to drive. And he's going to make his layup. 73 for Otto-Eldred. What did we score the first time around, Kerry? What did we score?
We scored 29.
29. We're just off that mark. Troop with a little bit of a jumper. He looks a little winded there.
Wow, we must have a listener. Ron Daniels just texted me, said January 24th in Otto against Cameron County.
There you go.
Thank you, Ron.
Be the game to watch if you got the night free. I take it we're off that night.
So January 24th, that's what, 8 days from now, so next Wednesday.
Well, Kerry, Otto-Eldred takes that one. They wipe the scoreboard clean pretty fast, but let's just say Eldred won by a few. Next game home?
Yeah, well, no. Next game is for the boys is at Smethport on Thursday. Our next broadcast is the bocce match on Friday at 4. And then I believe our next game after that is the 25th. So that must be next Thursday. That's a girls' game. Maybe we'll pull Jake Causer in. He can do that game. But if you're sitting at home, you like the product that we're putting out there, we could use some help. I was at Emporium till whatever time today and had to rush to get here. We could use some extra hands on the broadcast. So, but it's been fun working with you, Doug.
Yeah, always, Kerry. Always good to work with you.
So I guess we'll wrap it up for the night. My name is Kerry Hauver, along with Doug Archer. We appreciate you tuning in.